Hey everyone, Old Hat Wombat here with some movie news today. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't mind Vin Diesel's movies. I mean, for the most part, he's been mostly in the last 10, 15 years doing a lot of the old Fast and Furious films and occasionally a Riddick movie. Now, about 10 years ago, he did try to start up a new franchise with The Last Witch Hunter. Now, The Last Witch Hunter came and went pretty much. It didn't really generate much buzz, it was a bit of a flop. But for some reason, 10 years later, they've decided to do a sequel to The Last Witch Hunter. I didn't hate the movie. I don't think it's his worst film, but I was very surprised that now, after 10 years, this movie is now finally being getting a sequel after 10 years. And like I said, the movie didn't make much money. It was about over 140 million plus worldwide. I think it made about nearly $28 million domestic in the US. So that's not really huge numbers. But I've got some information here we're going to have a look at. Lionsgate sits Last Witch Hunter sequel with Vin Diesel, and now Michael Caine is reprising his role. Now, Michael Caine has retired from acting, but he's coming back out of retirement for this film, which is crazy. So they must be offering him like a big lump sum of money, like it's crazy. So Lionsgate has put in motion a sequel to Last Witch Hunter to star Vin Diesel to in reprise his role as Calder, the immortal witch hunter. The film is being developed alongside with Diesel's One Race Films and Lionsgate, with all parties eyeing a fast path of production. While the deal has not even finalised, Michael Caine is attached to reprise his role as Dolan in the new film. The move goes with Lionsgate's strategy to grow IP with staying power and sci-fi fantasy spectacle elements that can overperform in the killer markets and create long-term library value. The Last Witch Hunter, about the one man who stands between humanity and the most horrible which concerns the manageable, grossed 130 million in the worldwide box office at the time of its initial theatrical release in 2015. The pick has performed consistently in markets and re-emerged in a streaming hit last year. So last year, this is the strange thing. This movie didn't do a lot of money, right? $150 million sound like a lot, yes. But when you got a budget of $90 million and you make $130 million, and that's probably not even including the promotions of that movie, it probably made a loss. I'm saying it made a loss. But this movie last year was on Netflix and did really, really well on Netflix. So maybe Netflix has approached Lionsgate and said, hey, listen, this movie did gangbusters. So this could be like a Netflix only. Like this could be like a Netflix thing. We don't know. I don't know if it will have like a theatrical release or maybe a Netflix release. We don't know. Um, but the pick has performed consistently in the markets and re-emerged as a streaming hit this year. It ranks among the five most viewed movies on the Netflix. Advancements in technology since then should allow a sequel to be brought on to a more efficient budget. The rest of the elements will be conjured up quickly. So, yeah, Vin Diesel's got to get it through his head. Like, this is not going to be like a Fast and Furious movie where you're going to spend $500 million on bullshit. So, then, and even those movies now are making a loss. So, Chairman of Lionsgate Motion Picture Group, Adam Fogelson, said The Last Witch Hunter has grown since its theatrical release and it's into a global fan favourite, with audiences continuing to discover and rewatch it across every platform over the past decade. I don't know about that. I've watched it once. I have watched this movie once. And like I said, it's an okay movie. It's not a bad movie. I actually like it better than some of his other stuff that he's done. I didn't like Babylon AD. I didn't like that Bloodshot. I thought Bloodshot was terrible. Was not a fan of Bloodshot. But I did like Witch Hunter. I actually enjoyed Witch Hunter. But I don't get why a sequel to a movie that kind of didn't do very well. But it's not the first time they've done this. Like RAPD, which was a terrible movie, didn't make any money. They made a direct DVD sequel to that. So you don't understand where this mentality comes. So it might have been a flopped theatrically, but it might have done well on video on demand, DVD, Blu-ray, and like they said, streaming services. So this movie came out on Netflix, did really, really well. People liked it, and now they want to see a sequel. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's really strange that this 10-year-old movie is now getting a sequel. And what's even crazier is you're getting Michael Caine coming back. Michael Caine's coming back to be in this movie, even though he's retired. So this was the premiere of the first film. Gal Gadot, well, she wasn't in that movie. There's Michael Caine and Vin Diesel with his family. He's got a sword. It was a big premiere, and the movie. What was the budget for this movie? So you got Elijah Wood in there. It's got a 5.9 rating. Why the hate? Pretty good movie for what it's worth. Nice visual effects. Oh, people seem to like it, but let's see. Oh, excuse me, it's late. Box office last Witch Hunter. Alright, let's check it out. The last Witch Hunter was about one man grossed $130 million at the worldwide box office at the time of its theatrical release. Okay, so yeah, 130 million it made, and it was the box office but it was a budget of 90 million. But yeah, I'm kind of confused this movie. But like I said, look, Vin Diesel has a lot of star power. He has like a bunch of franchises up his sleeve. The Fast and Furious movies make a ton of money, and and he probably thought, look, let's make a sequel to this, but for half the price, maybe 40 million. Let's put it on Netflix. Seeing that The Last Witch Hunter is doing really well on Netflix, and they thought, well, let's do another one for half the price and see where it goes. Who knows? Who knows? It could do well. It could do well. Oh, sorry. Talking about Vin Diesel makes you tired. But either way, I want to know: are you a fan of The Last Witch Hunter? Do you think it deserves a sequel? Are you keen for a sequel? Have you seen The Witch Hunter? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching these videos, and if you like this video, and you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe, and please share. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.